Interesting. All right.
Alright, so today I wanted to talk about shoes. And I wanted to share my journey through my running shoes. This is the first pair of running shoes that I ever owned, and if you guys notice something, they don't really look like running shoes, right? I started running my freshman year of high school, and these are the Nike Air Jordan Maxes that I saved up all my money in 8th grade to get. And I regret that decision heavily. They're not very stylish. On the first run I ever ran with these guys, I went out and we're going on like a 6-mile run up this giant suspension bridge in Charleston, South Carolina. It's about 105 degrees outside, middle of July. For those of you who don't know, Charleston is about somewhere hotter than hell and hotter than that. But what makes it worse is that it's wet. It's wetter than water, you know? You walk out there and by the time you finish a run, not joking, you can probably squeeze about 3 pounds of sweat and water out of your socks. It's truly disgusting. But anyways, I'm a runner. I love that kind of stuff. These are my first pair of running shoes. They broke on the bridge. The bottom of these guys is air. They popped out. So that was my first experience with running. I thought I'd be pretty good at it, and it turns out my shoes broke. And one of my captains at the time, 6'2" guy, picked me up and carried me the next mile. I was about 5'4" at the time. I weighed about 90 pounds. I've gained maybe 20 since then, but you know, it was a fun time. So that's my first story with running. I learned from running that you've always got to be humble, and that's what running teaches me every single day, is that no matter how good you think you are, there's always people who are going to be better than you, and being good doesn't really matter. Granted, I still wanted to improve, so I proceeded to buy about 8 pairs of these guys. These are the first 6 pairs that I ever owned. These were for 2 seasons, so I should preface this by saying each one of these shoes probably has about 300 miles on them before I changed them out for new ones. You guys can choose which are the most stylish. I think the gold ones are, but you know, it's just me. But anyways, these guys got me through my sophomore year to my junior year. Seasons mainly riddled with injuries, unfortunately, so that was rather tough time. But I learned a lot through that experience. Through these pairs of shoes, I learned that competition didn't really matter. What mattered the most to me from running was my team and supporting it. I got just as much of a thrush supporting my guys running at state championships as I did running it myself. And we actually wound up winning 3 championships my first 3 years, and those are some of my best memories that I've ever had. That kind of moves us on to my 4th year running cross country. I think one of the slides got deleted. Good. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. This is the final pair of running shoes that I had going into my senior year of high school. These guys have some of my most painful memories. I also wore these my freshman year of college. I was the only captain of my team going into my senior year, which is the first time that's ever happened. And pretty stressful in that experience, but I was excited for it. But that summer, my coach actually got diagnosed with leukemia. And that's when I really learned that running wasn't about the times at all. Those state championships didn't matter. His life was on the line. He had about a 40% chance of survival and 2 kids. And he wasn't with our team for a long, long period of time, and it was just kind of on me. And that's what these guys remind me of. They remind me of the power of team bonding and of people around you supporting one another. And the team meals that we would have, those were the best memories from this season. Not the fact that we came up second in state didn't really matter. What mattered was having a team around me and having my coach who wanted living. That's what these shoes remind me of, the power of life. And then finally, we get to my last pair of shoes. And these guys have taught me to value family. My dad actually got me into running, and I recently ran the Chicago Marathon with my dad and these guys. And these guys have about 350 miles on them, buying a new pair tomorrow. And I wanted to pay tribute to my last pair of running shoes. So now I'm on about pair 9 or pair 10. And I just wanted to say thanks for all the miles, but more importantly, for all the friends that I've made through running. Through all the memories that I have, through all the experiences that I had, for all the smiles that I've had, just for everything. Even the long nights I've had in pain, you know, stretching, how much that hurts. Running 26 miles isn't a pleasant experience, I'll be honest with you. But I wanted to say thanks to all the rubber that I've burned and all the good times. And that's about it.